Alright, so for my how-to video, I'm going to show you how to paint, not really a miniature, I'm just using a miniature as an example, but more of how to paint a model in and of itself. So, the first color we're going to be starting out with is this one, just a basic red. I'm using Citadel paints for this, because they're the paints that I have, and I just find them the easiest to work with. You're also going to need some things like a standard miniature paintbrush, some water, soapy water, paper towels. Now, I actually 3D printed this. You could also use, where's my good old tile? Ah, here it is. You could also use a tile if you would like. Both of them work equally fine, but if you want to take this a little bit more seriously, you can always invest in a wet palette, which will keep your paints hydrated so that way they don't dry out on you like they did in here. But that's enough of that. Now on to the actual painting process. Alright, I want to point something out. So as you can see, the overall paint on this guy is really, really thin. Now that's okay, because I can always just simply go over it with another coat, but if you aren't comfortable with it being this thin, you could always just go back to the paint and throw in some more paint. And then you just kind of want to keep mixing it until you get that nice, smooth, easy consistency that really won't leave, like spots. Best examples are his shoulders and his top. Spots that are, darker than others. So I just wanted to make you guys aware of that while I still can. And trust me, it's totally okay if it looks like this. That's why this is our quote-unquote first base coat, and important side note, this guy is 3D printed. Although the process is pretty much the same, it's just going to affect it's just going to affect a little bit of the paint, tiny bit. Just wanted to make you guys aware. Alright, so we're done with the red for now. Notice how I said for now, because we're going to come back with the red and touch up details later. So for example, for example, this, because we're going to be moving on to a silver color next, so we can paint all of his metal bits and whatnot. So which is why you want to kind of keep the, what's it called? You want to keep the other colors that you use, like, handy nearby, so that way if you make a mistake, which, trust me, happens a lot in this hobby, but it's totally okay. We just go back over it, and then we just put a new layer of paint on it. It doesn't hurt anybody, it doesn't hurt the model, so that's just mistakes or something that happen within this hobby, and don't be afraid to make them. That's why I also love this hobby too, is because you can screw up, and screwing up is important, guy.